Hello everyone, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you have been drawn to this reading, we'll be focusing on the topic, will your lost love return? So this is for those of you who are in separation, no contact, regardless of how long it's been. These are the three decks I'll be using for this reading: the Love Compass Oracle by Lunatide Love, Grande AMORE deck by Mystic Rain Co., and I'll go ahead and clarify everything with my Yummy Tarot. General advice as always, so please keep that in mind throughout and take the parts of it that resonate for you and release the rest. Let's get into the messages. Hi there, Taurus. So let's get started, guys. This first section will focus on current energies for your lost love connection. Let's take a look and see what that looks like. Soulmate. Maybe you've always felt that this person is your soulmate, and it clarifies that here. This person is a soulmate. They are meant to be at this part of your path. This may pertain to someone new coming into your reality. I feel more so it could be a new beginning, a new chapter coming in for you and your person possibly. And it does say, you know, coming into your reality that you have a spiritual connection with this person. This could be a soul group coming together. All right, let's grab one more card here for you, Taurus. Laying solid foundations, I like that. A new solid foundation is building in your life, and it's got something to do with your lost love. Your foundation is being strengthened and balanced for the new coming in. So there's that reference to something new coming in for you and your lost love. It's a fresh energy. It's a new energy. You could be attracting new relationships or strengthening and solidifying the ones you already have. I feel it could be pertaining to that because we are focusing on those of you who are apart. And the question, you know, will your lost love return? So you've been drawn to this reading because you want to know if they will be a part of your life again. And it does say focus on setting firm foundations of honesty and communication and address the things that no longer serve you. So it's very important for the two of you to be honest with one another, to have the difficult discussions, to lay everything on the line so that there's no question whether or not you guys belong together and would have a successful reunion if that presented itself. Let me grab one more card here for Taurus. So this is a part of the current energy. Some of you guys might have had a family together, child or children. So children are involved in this relationship. This could be the possibility of bringing in a child, or you have been thinking of having children. For some of you, maybe you talked about starting a family. Maybe you guys were not in agreement over that. One partner wanted to do that and the other one maybe didn't or wasn't ready. So that could have been a topic that resulted in some tension between the two of you. And it goes on to say, if I can find my place again, this may pertain to you acknowledging your inner child. You could be reaching a childlike frequency or higher vibration. It could be that as well. I feel you've given so much to this individual, and there were moments, maybe Taurus, if you can relate to this, where you forgot to put yourself on your priority list. You know, it really is almost like taking care of a child. You can't leave them unattended. It's like you constantly need to be there for them. And I kind of feel your lost love partner here, there were particular qualities about this person where you might have been concerned, if left to their own devices, that they might have gotten themselves mixed up in either some drama or challenging situations that you might know of when it comes to this person. And that can apply to so many different topics and subjects. I'm just kind of picking that up for some of you. So, maybe you felt like it's like taking care of another child, especially if you had a child or children with this person. All right, so let's go ahead and add to this, Taurus. Taking a look at the future energies now, and then we'll clarify everything with tarot. For Taurus, So they see you as a soulmate. Maybe you see them in the same way. All right, future energies. They have to be able to meet you halfway, Taurus. I am getting that. All right, so gaslighting, manipulation, and blame, toxic and abusive. Now, this might have been a pattern as well, which could have contributed to you guys breaking up. So if it's just more of the same that they are bringing towards you, then this might be an indication, Taurus, that you need to decide for yourself whether or not it's even worth trying again or sticking around if you guys were to reconcile. Let's see what else here. What else for Taurus? And I'm kind of feeling for some of you, it might start off great if you were to come back together and then they just fall back into their old behaviors that contribute to why you guys broke up to begin with. Okay, let's grab another card here. We do have staircase. So it says ascension, reaching new heights, and it's possible for some of you, but I do feel that this person needs to really put in the effort. I'm just kind of getting here. You might have dealt with an individual that just didn't give their all, and that as well might have contributed to some issues. Let's see what else. Focusing on the future here for Taurus. Too many cards. Let me try that again. Just one card, angels. Here we go. All right, so we've got disrobed, vulnerable, exposed, open. That could be how this person made you feel in the past. And I'm just feeling that you need to pay attention to what it is that they're bringing towards you. You have to do your due diligence to make sure that they're just not sweet talking you, or that they're trying to sugarcoat who they really are, you know, or their feelings, their attraction to you, or even sugarcoat an apology. I'm kind of feeling here. So maybe I feel in the future, Taurus, if your lost love were to return, I'm just kind of getting here that there are still some concerns and red flags that you need to be mindful of. I do feel for some of you that you will be surprised that your person has made some major changes as to how they are, how they conduct themselves, their intentions towards you. You'll see it, you'll feel it. But on the other side of that coin, there are people that will return into your life and you're going to know they're the same. You know, they haven't changed, or they're trying to pretend like they've changed, but they really haven't, falling into those old behaviors, you know? So that takes time. Just be mindful of who it is that you allow back into your life. So let's clarify this, Taurus, and let's see if the tarot cards are in agreement with what's coming through here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Taurus. So some of you guys, for whatever reason you've been drawn to this reading, if they were toxic or abusive, and if they want to come back, I feel you're being directed to just go in a different direction, you know? You have the Seven of Cups here. So in the future, you're being given maybe the opportunity to make different choices. You chose this person, you chose to be in a relationship with this person in the past. So in the future, I do feel they will come back around, but it's coming back as a green light, not a green light, a red light for me. And what you're looking for here is the green light to move forward with this person. But I'm seeing it more like a red light. Look at that. Five of Swords. You guys are not in agreement, not even in the future. So that could drive a wedge between the two of you still. So just be mindful of what they're bringing towards you. That's just what I keep getting here. All right, let's see what else. You've got the Death card. For some of you guys, maybe your person could be a Scorpio as well. I feel, Taurus, you've done a lot of work on yourself to be able to maybe heal your heart, to be able to process everything that's happened between you and your lost love. In order for them to come towards you as a better person, I feel they needed to have done the work. And you'll see that right away, the way they present themselves, should you guys have the opportunity to reconnect. Have they changed for the better? Or is it just more drama like this? Seven of Swords. You see this? Do you see how that's coming through? Right? The manipulation, the gaslighting, blaming you perhaps for things that you did not do. Could this have been a third party involvement? If not, they just were not trustworthy. You couldn't trust them. And so that might have put you on alert with this person where you just couldn't relax, for lack of a better word. Like you were always on alert over something or whatever they're telling you or doing. You're always worried or anxious about what they were going to do, what they were going to say, decisions that they've made. Again, it kind of felt like you were babysitting this person and you were dealing with a grown-up person that just wasn't acting like they were grown. You know, they were acting very immature. I'm kind of getting that. All right, let's see what else. Yeah, look at this, guys. All right, so Three of Swords. They still have the capability to hurt you even in the future. So I'm just feeling for this connection. I'm just going to say it the way I'm channeling it for this reading, that you're better off without them because they can still hurt you. I feel... I'm just kind of getting their intentions would not be good. It's a red flag. It's a red flag, unfortunately. And look at this. We have fives coming through in both of these cards. It literally says disagreement. So if they're not on the same page as you, Taurus, if you guys were to get back together, it would be an emotional roller coaster and you would be stressed out. And ultimately, it might just end up with you guys separating. And just when I said that, here we go. You know, not a great message, but I do feel it might be something that you really need to hear at this point in time, especially if you've been thinking about this person a whole lot lately, you know, and maybe you're wondering, gosh, why am I thinking about them a whole lot? Maybe they're thinking about you too. But their intentions, I'm just feeling through this reading, it's not good. And so the blessing I feel in this reading is to warn you about this person who might want to return, who wants to reconcile with you. And initially they might just sound like they've changed, everything's fantastic, all of the, you know, the issues that you guys had, maybe they're making all these empty promises that ultimately they cannot keep. So just be mindful of that, Taurus. At the end of the day, I would hate for you to go through this whole situation all over again with this person. You know, this right here could be a third party involvement, but at the end of the day, it's coming through that they can still hurt you. And that's not something that I feel you would want to relive. You know, you've got a Tower card coming through here. It's just going to fall apart because the foundation isn't strong. It wasn't strong back then, and it's not coming through as anything substantial in the future either. All right, so I'm going to leave it right there because that's the message, guys. If you are interested in getting your own personal reading, who knows, maybe it'll come up with a different outcome, but that's what's coming through for this general one. And if you feel that a personal one would offer you the clarity that you need, I'd love to do that for you. And of course, I will link all of the decks featured here down below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.